row of ghostly shades facing a crumbling wall. With another 7 shades, a cold sea. The trap is filled. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It reminds you of the day you first held. Sheathe your sidearm up.
It's you again. What is it?
Establish authority. Yes.
And all the while.
Fascia. That's short for fascist.
Of course you.
Carly said that shit, boss.
Of course.
Unless you had questions, we should get some.
Behind the dockworkers, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form.
It's you again. What is it?
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Did you already? You're probably right. The others.
Stop shit. The law.
Yeah.
Of course it can.
Easy, bit.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say. The door is closed. Still no. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face. Still not happening. It... It's safe to say this is about your karaoke performance.
I get it. You were purposefully Another thing. Great. Yes?
You hold in your hand every page as A is for Azimuth, H is for Homeboy, I is for Econ, Q is for Quasar. That's it.
Good.
The face of King. It takes a moment. As you leaf through the main feature, the tip-top tournée, this so-called artist, you think you're, instead, where to eat, so, all of it, basically. Oddly enough, there's no way, have you ever, under capitalism, thus, the so-called, and that at the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750, sure, youth. That's because you haven't been reading.
Ah, come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man read... If I had to wager...
You flip back to the front of the magazine. Unsurprising, you skim. Finally, there's a... Ah, this must be Gaston's handiwork. According to these editorials, judging from the... You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents, comrade, but like the structures of... So please, if you value our radical... You flip back to the front. This... You all... Whoa. Bear rest. It seems, according to this extremely based support mat, it's according to... That's very much the idea.
The Samaran People's Republic? They're quite on account of...
You flip back to the front of the map. The note is written. Someone has scribbled. You'll find the filament memory with the offside copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sulisoif.
Sulislav. Really? You don't... I'm placing my bets on a certain red-haired miscreant we met before.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You, the man. But the badge is new. 8. What do you... The badge in your hand. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is precinct 50. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, sir, glad to hear that. All right. Roger that. 10...
وكان
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the...
Of course. Such
The cover features a The tagline reads...
Are you really reading that, detective? That's probably for the best. Those books aren't exactly...
It's much more about the dark and dead. The story opens. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him 2 days. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince...
What's the matter, detective?
The lieutenant shrugs. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That Deneuve, not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so outwardly, he would certainly have a typical... The kid doesn't... Torvald, that said, one evening, yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth, as the two always end. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. When Mullen, the heat is... Can you solve the case before the cops close in? What is it, detective? It's a dangerous line of... There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was Dick. For a moment, you won't find the answers you're looking for. Is it really so evil, detective? Like what? Do you even have those? Did you lose them? But then, what does this book? So, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve? In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen. Behind the dockworker, you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Behind the you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. You see, in your hand, the story of Spillane needs Mullen. 2 days late, desperate to clear his name.
What's the...
The lieutenant shrugs. Of course, Mullen didn't do it. In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen. It's getting late and it's snowing.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards.
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
Alcohol? Connect? That's a good impression.
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps. It's getting late, and it's... The bed is comforting. The bed underneath you is soft, if
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
How have things been going for you out there?
This bastard isn't even listening.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care if it's much, much worse than that.
Don't tell him, sister. It's true. We're trying to help you. All these processes,
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
of hell. And ain't
Everything is so okay. Your eyelids flutter open for a moment.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church. An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Yeah?
I mean, officers.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes? What is it? Okay.
What? No.
Jean, he's not right.
Lieutenant W. Freighter, John Archetype McCoy's younger brother, Lance McCoy, although a man of 32 years, will mentally never surpass a 6-year-old.
Yes, and I'm wondering why.
Yes? Did you want something?
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Behind you see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown. The man before you.
Yes, we do.
Officer, care to actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
The prick is gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent. His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and...
Guess he was about to head home. 'Cause when the dock workers found him, sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
No, René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would, I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even the only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny. And she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being...
We've hated each other our entire lives.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were? In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a Kent, and he died a Kent. Let's leave it at that. I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt.
Strange how old cunt sounds almost gentle when he says it now.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that. I'm sorry, officer.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo. Yes, we are both.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something. Yes? What about René?
Yes.
It is what I just don't know anymore. About anything, really.
That right? Hey, piss. Look who it is.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? 57.
In the cabin, you see
Now it's turning into a...
Looking for something, Hunt? Come.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know. A warehouse? I don't...
She scrunches up her...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse.
The tear machine stands in...
Right to work! Right to...
Loma.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Kuno.
Just an ordinary wall. The door is closed. You hear some...
The sailor's soul, would you... Is there anything else I can help you with? Oh? Of course, Detective. What would you like to know? Good. What we...
There was a touch of discomfort there. She nods.
Of course. Of course. How else can I help? Of course. Of course. How... Of course. Anything to help. I am sorry.
Hello again, officer.
Everything's still cool here.
Hello, hello.
The sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it.
man. What's on your mind?
Yes, what is it?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The file cabinet stands steady. The drawers. This is the night watchman.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though. Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes.
Oh, yes? What about René? It is what it... I just don't know.